Well and truly, the earth has been given unto the hands of the wicked. I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakah, Kodash. Double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutes to all 144,000 elect out there. I'll back at you with another in the news from MSN News. This is an article. I'm kind of lambacking off elder Chicago elder, what he was going in recently with the entire secretary. Big Rum gave Dowd the complete control on April 17th. Talking about Elon Musk here. So let's read a little bit of this, and we're going to funnel everything through the scriptures. So Dowd, the Department of Government Efficiency, that's what it means, controls your public lands now. I wish I was kidding, but on April 17th, supposed security of the interior Dowd Begum handed Elon Musk the entirety of America's accumulated public lands. That includes national parks, Bureau of Land Management, forestry lands, as well as the fates of hundreds of thousands of federal employees. Right, soon as Trump came in, that's what his goal was, to get rid of the a lot of when you really look into it, it's Latinos, Negroes, and so-called Native American Indians. That was his ultimate goal. Hence why we got all these the deporting taking place of the the northern tribes. Ultimately, he wants to do. He's been coming out. He's been showing his true colours. So we're going to carry on reading. Then we're going to bring out a couple of precepts to back up to make the point, because this is all prophecies anyway, right? So that includes National Park, Bureau of Land Management, and forestry lands, as well as the fates of hundreds of thousands of federal workers, right? The northern tribes, Latinos, the Mexicans, a lot of them, Native American Indians, the deporting, the asylum seekers, right? And I done a little bit of research on as a matter of fact, let's hit that now. The research on how many people have been deported since Trump came in. We're going to come back to this article. I'll just tap that in. How many people did Trump deport when he came into office? In 2025, it says Trump has also authorized ICE to target schools and churches, as well as deport undocumented immigrants for alleged gang ties. That's the excuse they're using, right? Because we had some who was just workers, average Joes, being deported, and when they questioned him, he said he's not a gang, he's not a member of a gang, and his wife was trying to defend him. He's in prison now, or in the in one of the camps. They're going to deport him, but because he had what they say, he had tattoos, what looked like gang signs, or whatever the case may be. So they be using that to get to deport these asylum seekers, right? Saying that they have gang ties, right? Often based on limited evidence, right? There it is. Right? ICE has arrested nearly 66,500 undocumented immigrants and removed about 65,600 in the president's first 100 days, according to newly released agency data. Right? So there's a lot going on, right? As far as prophecies being fulfilled. So yeah, the more you look into it, how many federal workers, you got all these federal workers pleading their case. He says that this one here, one of the articles, this is some future videos too. I wanted to do work that was helping people. Then Trump fired him. All these cases, people making their cases. So we're going to get back to the article. I was looking at the meaning of Doge, and we know what that is now. Let's get back to the article. All right, so yeah, at the top of while Bagram gave Musk total control, right? While Bergrum, yeah, one without an expiration date, which I'll get to in a moment. But hey, you want to read the rest of this article. So it includes a lot of the lands of the so-called Native American Indians, right? Which go back into Gad and Reuben, right? Taking everything. He's basically. Let me hit the precepts. Job chapters 9 and 24 says, I'm going to read it in the KJV, then the NLT. It says, the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges, right? That's the people of the law, the true prophets. Yahushua also, hence all the whitewashing of what they call that, the Russian icons, the whitewashing of the Russian icons, painting the prophets, changing the colors, the Renaissance period, right? So yeah, the faces of the judges whereof, if not, where and who is he? Yeah. So I'm gonna read it now in the NLT. It says, the whole earth is in the hands of the wicked, and God blinds the eyes of the judges. Yeah, but that's not right. That's not spot on. It's the wicked that blinds the eye. Well, he's behind it anyway. For a period of time, the Renaissance era. Yeah? If he's not the one who does it, who is is the wicked? So yeah, there we go, man. There you go, right? The entire Secretary Belgram gave Dowd complete control on April 17th, right? Not to mention he has no experience in politics. Talking about Elon Musk, right? Not even an elected official. Doesn't even have an American citizenship. He was born in South America, or was it Australia? I think it was Australia. As a matter of fact, let me let me ask the question about Elon Musk. Let me ask the question right now. Where was Elon Musk born? There you go, South Africa. Right? Elon Musk was born in, there you go, Pitro, South Africa. Right, so there you have it, man. So he's not even doesn't even have an American citizenship, but it's been given, the earth has been given unto the hands of the wicked. So there you have it. You want to read the rest of the article? The point, we're going to funnel it through the scripture to make the point now, because it's all prophecy. Proverbs chapters 29 and 16 says, when the wicked are multiplied, transgressors increase. Yeah, because Trump has been known for his statements, how he truly feels about so-called black people. With the Central Park 5, what did he say? He wanted them. He said give them the death penalty. That's what he wanted for them. And eventually, when they was acquitted, years later, they was given compensation in the millions, and he wanted them deleted, and so they was found innocent in the end. All right, and he came out and he had some words to say, and so he's and even now they're talking about crime now, right? And they're saying it's so-called black people that are be causing the spike in crime. When you was going into the statistics, the elder was going into the statistics. It's actually not true, but that's the agenda that they be pushing. The deportation of the asylum seekers, the so-called black people are causing all the crime. So hence we have now an excuse, right? Because this is going to all lead to Jacob's trouble as we know it. So, right, back to the precept. Proverbs 29 and 16 says, when the wicked are multiplied, transgressors increase, but the righteous shall see their fall. So the 2/3, man, we know the 2/3. This is all coming against the 2/3. They're going to be cut off. The scripture says that. Zechariah 3 goes into that, about the 2/3 being cut off. So this is targeting. This is going to be a build up to the Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Also in Daniel's chapters 12. Yeah, so we got the idea. All right, let me hit this one as well in Proverbs 29. In 12 says, if a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. Right, they're all of the same people anyway. They're all Edomites anyway. So this is a house divided, right? A house that is divided cannot stand. We're going to bring out them precepts. So, yeah, if a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. Hence, it's getting rid of all the federal workers as well, right? Which is part of the Most High. Which they're just puppets in the hands of the Most High anyway, right? Another precept here, Proverbs 29, right? This is why we're going to see more and more chaos, right? In 18, it says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Right? Hence, we got the they're talking about crying out for the impeachment of Trump now, right? We're gonna hear more about it, whether it's gonna have to take place or not. We're gonna watch how things play out, but he has a very similar likeness as our elder apostle Tahabi talking about to Nero. The things that Nero doing is very similar. Him, Trump, and Nero, and you got the likeness too. Very similar characters. Yeah, for those that can receive it. We've been going into that as well about the reincarnation, if you can receive it. So two out of the box characters, and so let's carry on reading, which are of the same people. Proverbs 29 and 18 says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he." So the elects, man, we're going to stay in our lane. Our brothers are, the hopeful elect, stay in our lane. Keep watching and reporting as watchmen do, right? And his prophecies are all on point, right, man? This is all to the Most High's will taking place, right? Because we have, the prophets have the vision and we see things playing out, everything to the way it's supposed to be. So we have full confidence in Jehovah Hashem Yoshai. Yes. So there you have it, man. Right, the whole earth has been given unto the hands of the wicked, and there's division taking place as we see it. Let's hit another precept. We could end with got another one or two. Proverbs chapters 28 and 15 says, "As a roaring lion and a hanging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people." Yeah. What does he do? He's going to abuse them. He's going to oppress them. Elon Musk, right? This is no joke, man. Controls your public lands, right? The lands of the Native American Indians, which the whole of America has been, you know, he's been what they call it, raped, seized, right, by the oppressor. As we opened up with Job 9 and 24, the earth has been given unto the hands of the wicked. So this is all prophecy anyway, man. So that's how they're gonna be. Let me read it again. "As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people." Now in the NLT it says, "A wicked ruler is as dangerous to the poor as a roaring lion or an attacking bear." That's even better. Yeah, a wicked ruler is as dangerous to the poor as a tearing lion or an attacking bear. That's boy. That's you can't say it better. Enough said on that. Kala Yehovah Shimon Shai. This is all going in the direction it's supposed to be going. Jacob's trouble, and there's going to be a lot of ninjas being deleted. And we see they're showing their true colors. A video of a Edomite woman coming out and calling a little 5 or under 5-year-old a ninja, right? Just coming out with it, and the father, saying that he was doing something, whether he was or not, but there was no real reason for that. And the father said, "Oh, do it now, do it now." And she came out and she did it again, right? So they're showing their true colors. The ease, the man and the woman, they're showing their true colors, man. It's all prophecy. So we're just gonna watch everything, watch how it plays out. The whole earth is being given unto the hands of the wicked. And if you couldn't see it then, if you can't see it now, then you ain't gonna see it. So that's why I read the precepts, man, about vision. You know what I mean? So Proverbs 29 and 18 again, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." People won't be more and more faint-hearted as time goes on because they don't know what's going on. A lot of the TikTok videos we've been looking at, a lot of them brothers be doing compilation videos on how the E's be feeling about Trump right now. They said they used to vote for him or they was voting for him, supporting him for 5 years. Some of them are at the verge of, literally at the verge of suicide, and some have. They're telling stories about people that they used to know who've actually did it. They've taught themselves. So this is real, man. Once again, where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Right, man. Enough said on that. Right? The elect are going to keep on watching. Right? We see the vision. We see everything is playing out. And yeah, a lot of people going to, once again, a lot of people going to be deleted. Right? Talk about the deportations, being deported, the asylum seekers. They're talking about, the scripture says that their ears are going to come down with great wrath, man. Right? Satan going to come down with great wrath. Right? Knowing that he has a short time. Revelation 12 and 12. And that's exactly what we see now. Right? So don't watch no fierce. Last precept, and we're going to end it. Ecclesiastes 10, and let's read from the top. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of the prudent man is well ordered. Right? And yeah, Yahushua, he's the ultimate judge, man. When he comes, he's going to set everything right. Once again, that's the grand finale. Right now, this is all part of the movie, though. Yeah, and he's playing out just the way it's supposed to be. As the judge of the people is himself, so are the officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. That's what it's going to be. 2nd Ezra 15. As a matter of fact, I might get into some of that as well. Right? It goes into what's going to be taking place, right? People are discontented. Yeah, an unwise king destroyeth his people, right? But though the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. In due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Yeah, and that's what we're waiting for. In the power and the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua return. So we're going to end with one more. This is all fulfillment of prophecy as we know it. Let the prophecies play out. So let's hit this one. 2nd Ezra 15. Straight to the point. Says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for a sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and with swords in their hands. Yeah, against another and swords in their hands. The scripture comes to mind. Matter of fact, I may hit that one. I'm going to end with that one. The house being divided. Yeah, because this is what we're seeing now, man. All these revolutions going to be picking up momentum, right? With the far right, you know, the gun people that they love their guns, the far right people, and as a lot of them were saying, right, they're going to take to it. They're going to let's read. Yeah, a man shall desire. 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go unto a city, and shall not be able. Oh, they're talking about what they want to do to the, how they want to delete. They want to send troops in to delete the criminals, right? Which the criminals, what they're saying, they're putting it, and they're using that as an excuse that the crime rate is increasing because of the ninjas, right? The so-called Latinos, Negroes, and Native American Indians. This is what they're saying. So they want to send those troops in. That's what they're using. So, yeah, they're going to be curfews, right? They're going to be seditions. Yeah, reading on in 17. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able, for because of the pride of the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. There you have it, man. Right. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses. Yeah, that's when the famine starts to kick in. Right? The famine of, you got the spiritual famine, but we're talking about the famine for food and everything else. So, yeah, man, that's why people are going to start to resort to seditions, yeah, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. That's what's coming upon the earth. So let's end with one more. This is what we're seeing right now, man. One more precept to end it off. So if you wasn't in the know, well, just keep watching the news. Watch it because the Most High is in control. This is His movie. So we're going to end with Matthew 12 and 25 says, And Yehoshua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Right. Federal workers not happy. Trump supporters not happy. Obviously, the deportation with the asylum seekers not happy. But there's a discontentment, man, because the ruler, who's in power, and the people are just like the rulers, right, who are in power. So that's what we're seeing play out, man. Yeah. When the wicked bear rule, we'll end with that one. Proverbs chapters 29. Once again, repetition is the father of learning. So let's hit it again. Proverbs 29 and right. 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Right, hence what we're seeing right now. People literally, all you got to do is see what's going on TikTok, where they're talking about Trump, how they feel about Trump, crying for his impeachment. But we're gonna watch and see how everything play out, man. It's all on the Most High. It's all the Most High's movie, and we watch it, man. Continue to report upon this prophecies being revealed and unfolded. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. To the next one, we're going to say Shalom.